Hello, everybody. Welcome to Silverstone Live, Trackside. Hopefully, we're all being heard and hopefully everything is going okay. We've had a connection issue with some things, which means that Megan is in the commentary box listening to us. She should be on the other end of these headsets, actually. Hello, Megan. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Are we on? Are we all okay? Let us know in the YouTube chat. All
You
should
seem
be good.
to
Are we
be.
live? Yes?
You seem
Lovely.
to be fine.
Well, welcome to Silverstone Live. Genius idea. Sorry we're a little bit late. We've lost touch with Jess, who is trackside at the moment. But Amy's gone outside. I've gone to sit outside, and it is baking hot. I don't know. Why did I decide to wear black, and why did we decide to do it outside? It is roasting, Amy, isn't it? Good afternoon to you. How are you? Yeah. I completely agree with you, and it is roasting out here today. So I've put the sunscreen on, but I'm still going to burn, I think. So at least we're actually outside, because I'm always sick and tired of being stuck inside the commentary box for days in, days out, doing absolutely nothing, when I could be sat out here having fun. One person who is in the commentary box for us, though, is Megan. And Megan, if you press stand up in the comment box and press button 4, number 4, it'll take you to the full screen. Hello, Megan. How are you doing? And first of all, welcome to the British Grand Prix. You're up in the commentary box this time.
Hi.
Usually you're outside.
I'm just trying
Hello,
to do something because on my end, I can't hear Omi.
Oh, you can't hear Omi on your side?
No. Like, not at all.
Okay. Okay, well, that's
So I'm checking if that's a wide issue.
Okay. Well, are you on the screen now up in the comms box?
Yeah, I'm on the screen right now, so I'm going to put you back.
Well, I'll come to you and try and fix the issue, but just tell us, what are you liking ahead of Silverstone? What are you looking forward to ahead of the British Grand Prix? Stay on you and I'll come to you.
Hopefully a win that's not Red Bull, because I don't think I can take any more of them. Yeah.
So a win that's not Red Bull? That's who you're going for?
Yep. Now I've got to try and figure this out.
So you could hear me all the time, but you can't hear Omi?
Yeah, I can't hear Omi at all. For a minute I thought that he was muted or just like maybe there was a thing down there. No.
Well, this is what we get when we try and have everything else. Okay, give me 1 second. Hello, Omi. Can you hear me? We are waiting for you, mate. Can you hear us? No, Omi, you've gone. You've like completely...
Omi, have you muted yourself?
Omi's disappeared on that side of the track. So it could be that... But you could hear me perfectly.
Yeah.
Like in your ear.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just going to quickly check because that's what I was about to do when you asked me to hand over.
How bizarre. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the championship standings. Apparently no one else can hear Omi either, so I could hear him, but nobody else could. Well, that's interesting.
That's what I was about to check.
Yes. Here's the Drivers' Championship then. Max Verstappen leading the championship on 229 points. Perez on 148. Alonso on 131. I think Alonso, Megan, doing incredibly well over the past couple of years, looking very strong once again.
Yeah, he is looking very strong, and I hope that he manages to maintain this strength even through the summer break that's coming up.
Omi, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you now. Yeah, I'm going to leave it to you,
go.
Megan. So, Megan, take a stand up. We'll head back to you, button 4. What are you looking forward to the British Grand Prix? I'm going to run back out now that we've got the show up and running. It's been one of these days trying to get this live
Wait,
done.
I think I've just seen a YouTuber on the track thing.
Possibly, but what are you most looking forward to?
I recognise.
That's asking
person
question.
that was
What
on
are you
there.
most looking
No,
forward to
I'm
ahead of
thinking-
Silverstone?
I am looking forward to crashing since I know that some corners, especially turn through.
Yes.
Some corners are quite tight. Sometimes
They are, yeah. And we've seen in the past as well, just this morning actually, the effects it can have. Has anybody checked on Jess? Omi, let's go back up to the 2 screen with me and Omi.
I beat you to it.
Say again?
I beat you
me
to
to it. Oh, thanks, Max. Have you heard anything from Jess Trackside?
Well, the last thing I heard was, Omi, can you hear me? And then I said yes. She can't hear us though. and then since then I think she disappeared to the signal. She did say that the signal is better. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So it's just going to be one of those annoying ones where sometimes she's able to be with us, but sometimes she isn't. So yeah, unfortunately we're going to have to deal with that, but hopefully we can get her in at some point.
Well, let's talk about what we've seen so far this weekend and start off with Formula 3. A calm practice session a few moments ago, which was always fun and energetic. But I think the one thing that we've got to talk about as well, Hunter Yarni not there anymore. He's left the series. And he has been replaced out there by a fellow American driver as well out there with Esterson. And I think he did quite well this morning, didn't he? First time in the car and was inside the top 12. He did really, really well.
Yeah, these rookies coming in are actually doing very well. Also, we had Cresswell doing very well, I have to say, at Silverstone. But yeah, Max but I have to say Max doing really good this weekend. 10th today, so it's a really really great by him. And I think we could be and I'd love for him to score points. And he definitely has a chance with his practice pace. But it's going to be interesting to see where he qualifies, and then maybe we can see. And then maybe we can see how he's going to do this season. But yeah, straight away a first race, and he's doing really really well, and I think he's going to improve continuously throughout the season.
Got a fly hanging around me. You don't get this in the commentary box. Well, you do, but not really. But yeah, hopefully we can bring you Jess trackside shortly. That's what everybody wants to see. Oh, has my camera gone off? Well, this is all going well, and Megan's not in the commentary box to turn us off. Hello, I'm here. Just trying to get everything else sorted. I think tomorrow we'll do this inside as well, if it's not working that well. Trying to bring you some of the radio atmosphere that you get on the test match special as well, to bring you trackside without the track, because Jess, who is trackside for us, isn't on the air right now. Australia now, hello to you. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Let's look ahead then. Formula 2, bad session for Clement Nobbledock. Had a lap time deleted and then ended up bringing out the red flag, putting it into the gravel trap, unfortunately. So he had another bad session overall.
Yeah. It's really not what you want. But he'll try to fight back in qualifying. But yeah, I'll probably stay out here because I'm not really having any issues. So tomorrow and Sunday I'll probably stay out here because I'm actually enjoying it. And maybe later on if I am streaming on. Oh.
We've got Jess.
Is there a bug? Oh, there we go.
Yes. Just now, Jess, can you hear us, Jess? Your trackside. Hello, can you hear us?
No.
Well, the signal is intermittent as well. I hope she can hear us, because that's a big disappointment if we can't get through to Jess, who is trackside for us at Silverstone this weekend in the beautiful sunny conditions. Just to let you know, by the way, the air temperature right now in the UK is at 22 degrees, but that heat is baking. It's hotter than anything. The humidity is through the roof. Megan's back in the commentary box as well.
In that heat.
Is that you, Megan?
Of course it is.
Hello. What do you say about the heat? You've been out and about this morning before you've joined the commentary box.
Yeah, I've been to go to get some shopping.
Has it been good?
It's been a bit warm.
Been a bit warm.
No worse than last summer.
Jess, I think you're trying to talk. Hello, can you hear us, Jess?
No, doesn't look right.
I can see Jess is lighting up green on the Discord call. So hopefully we'll hear from her shortly into this. Let's talk then about Formula 1 and the British Grand Prix and what we've got looking forward to as well, because it does look like, unfortunately, we're going to have Max Verstappen sort of dominate the weekend, although nobody wants him to dominate the weekend, but it looks like it might be.
Did I just hear you, Jess? I think it's just there.
Yeah. No.
Yes!
Oh, there you
Yay! She's back!
You're just about coming through, Jess. Hello.
Oh.
Yeah, Jess is... we can just about hear Jess in the background, but keeps disappearing. Well, this live's going incredibly well. Brad says, a thunderstorm warning has been sent out for the Met Office for tomorrow. That's going to be great for qualifying, then. So let's look ahead to the practice one that we've got coming up, Omi, as well. 60 minutes of running, back to the normal weekend of action. Do you reckon that we're going to see a calm weekend? A lot of drivers out there testing in the first session on the hard tyre, new updates, then going into practice 2 with an eye towards qualifying in the race. Practice 3, of course, will be qualifying simulation. So what's going to be your favourite part of the weekend? What are you most looking forward to?
Well, it's going to be really, really exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing where our Mercedes, Ferrari, and Aston after a few of those upgrades. I'm hoping that they're close. I'm hoping they're able to challenge, but it might just be another Verstappen domination. But let's hope let's hope we get someone being able to challenge them, because the British Grand Prix, it has to be an absolute brilliant race. It has to be a classic. But yeah, with how the season's gone, there's a big chance it can be a tiny bit boring. But let's hope that isn't the case and that we get a brilliant race.
Megs, let's come up to you in the comms box. Press button 4, you know the drill, so we can see your face up there. It's not often that we've switched roles around. You're in the comms box for practice number 1, but which driver are you going to be looking to improve coming into this weekend as well? Alpha Tauri, there's a massive wasp right next to me in the comment box.
Run!
That's quite funny. Literally 2 massive wasps right next to me where I'm sat down. So that's always fun.
Are they going to
It's
come in
buzzing
here?
around the bench. Sorry, what?
Are they going to come in here?
I don't know, but there's loads of wasps where I'm standing, so that's great.
lovely.
I might have to become a selfie stick. Hello. Just if you put us up to us, I'll take over here. Hello. Because there's literally loads of wasps. I think they've disappeared now, so I might be able to put the camera down.
Wait, look. Go
which
down a
is
bit.
relief.
The garage.
So again, yeah, there's the comment box. Right, go on then, Megson, as well. What do you reckon coming into this weekend? Then what are you looking forward to for the British Grand Prix stuff?
Shall I go back to me?
The box? Oh, sorry, yeah.
I kind of hope that Lando improves more and hopefully wins, because I just want him to win a race at some point, and I would really like it to be the home Grand Prix of him. So Lando.
Megs, let's stay with you. Come back up to us for a second and go back to you, because I just want to talk about one thing that we saw back at the British Grand Prix. I don't know if you've switched back to us yet.
Yeah.
Because my iPad's behind. There we go. Yeah, here we are. One thing we saw back in Austria, of course, was the lap time deletions and the FIA getting completely overwhelmed. I mean, we were having, what was it? Lap 19 deletions coming through on lap 36 of the race. It took them a further 6 hours to get confirmation of how many times drivers broke the track limits. Esteban Ocon went off the track 20 times. He got a 30-second post-race time penalty. Just throwing back up to you, Megs, in the comments box. It was ridiculous, wasn't it, back in Austria? There's so much going on. It was a mess.
1,200. That's how many lap times were not viable out of 1,300 odd.
So not a lot of the race, and like 83 laps were credible.
Yeah. Not barely any were credible, and I calculated that all those laps were actually viable for the race. Calculated just 2 drivers that didn't get any. 2.
It's bad, isn't it? Just 2. And those 2 were Zhou Guanyu and Lando Norris, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, pop back up to us up here outside, and we'll speak to Omi about it as well. Track limit solution in Austria has already been discussed. They're going to put gravel on the exterior of turns 9 and 10, but how do we stop it here at Silverstone? Because it's another wide open circuit. Track limits is going to be a big feature of interest once again. So what do you think is the solution for the track limits debate?
Well, to be honest, it is really, really hard. It's really hard to come up with something, because there's not every second where you can just glue gravel all the way up right to the curb. So yeah, it is pretty hard. So yeah, but we are hoping that we do get a bit of a solution, because I don't think we want so many track limits to be coming in.
Megan, coming back to you as well, some of the fastest corners here in the UK, Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel.
Which I always think
Cox
sounds
Corner.
like a butcher's, honestly.
It does, doesn't it?
I say it every year, it sounds like a butcher's.
What, Maggots, Beckett's?
Yeah, Maggots and
Beckett's.
Beckett's.
Beckett's Butchers.
Sounds
yeah,
like
it
2
does, doesn't it?
people's last names put together to create a butcher's.
What part of the track always stands out for you at this place? Because it's been quite fun, isn't it? And my personal favourite memory of the British Grand Prix with you was, what was it? Drinking a lot of red wine in the heat, coming into the British Grand Prix, and you going completely nuts for
It
like
wasn't
20 minutes.
just
That was, when. Say again?
red wine. Blame
I
my
think that was
sister.
brilliant, wasn't it? You even forgot to turn your microphone on at one point as well. That's what
You
get
should
for
have
going
noticed.
from a hot com box to red wine. It was quite funny, really.
You should have noticed. And I also think there was some kind of coffee margarita or something.
We
I don't
did
know.
notice. We did notice, Megan.
I meant about the mute button.
Was I?
I meant about the mute button.
Well, we could hear each other. That's the other thing. We never know when we're on mute because we can always hear each other on the talk back, which is sometimes difficult. But what's your favourite part of this place at Silverstone? It is a great track. So
I need the actual
Track map.
things. Yeah, the track map, which isn't on here. Though I do think, thankfully, it is something like Maggots and Beckett's just because I love saying it. Though also I find
super.
the area just like funny. Especially when people crash there.
It is good. We've seen a couple. Let's throw it back to us so you can sit down up there in the comments box. Although it is quite nice actually to have Megan up in the commentary box and me outside. Usually it's the other way around and she's hosting the intro to the show. Megan will be back out here for a few moments so in the build up to the first practice. So she'll join us in the comments box. So, well, it's your turn to bake in the heat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've done
as well.
my
It's your
turn.
turn to suffer. It's your turn to suffer out here. I don't know if Jess, Omi, have you seen anything from Jess? Has she put a comment in? Actually, Megan's probably the best. You can look in the JB Motorsports chat, can't you?
Yeah.
To see if Jess has said anything with terms of signal. If we can't get her today, yeah, thank you. If we can't get her today, we will get her tomorrow as well. But it was all working, didn't we? When we were out on there.
10 minutes ago, having bad signal currently.
Right, okay, so, yeah, well, that's what you get, because there's loads of people now queuing up for the start of the British Grand Prix weekend. So we're on air for another 10 minutes or so before we sign off, ready to go and build up for the practice sessions. Let's just get one more little thought about this weekend as well. Let's go over and talk about Porsche Super Cup. And Naomi, you're the best one to talk about with this series. Back at Silverstone for the first time in a couple of years. And last time out, Larry Tenvoorde and Bastien Boss as well doing brilliant side-by-side actions. They're now becoming, well, Bastien was the champion last year. Larry Tenvoorde going to take it back. They do look like the favourites coming into Silverstone with a challenge from Harry King.
Yeah, there is really a lot of drivers who could be in the battle. So yeah, and also it's a short, snappy race, so it really does deliver. We get a lot of action in the Porsche Super Cup from the start all the way to the end. So it is one of the best series out of all of them. But obviously we don't get to do any practice and quali, so it's just one race we get to it, and it's pretty much over. But yeah, there are so many drivers in contention. And yeah, Larry Tenvoorde usually dominates in qualifying, but when we get to the races, he's being challenged by so many different drivers. So this championship is wide open, and yeah, and obviously we had the one lap. They went side by side for one whole lap at Austria last time out, so that was brilliant to watch. So I'm expecting maybe not side by side for the whole lap, but a lot more action to come. So it's really going to be another great Porsche Super Cup race. So really looking forward to it.
I do feel bad we've called this show Trackside Live and we haven't unfortunately been able to go trackside because Jess has had internet issues as well. But do not worry because Jess is filming some stuff and on the JB Motorsports Twitter at JB Motorsports YT. She is tweeting images throughout the day as well, and she's going to go into the, I believe, main grandstand area to get all the latest and greatest information. Megs, comes back to you once more. Let's talk a little bit about Lewis Hamilton as well. So I don't know if he's coming back up to you. Let's talk about Lewis Hamilton. Because he looks like he's going to sign another year deal with Mercedes. He said yesterday on the Sky F1 show on the pitch straight named after him, the Hamilton straight, he could go for another 5 years. So could you reckon Lewis is going to stick it out at Mercedes for 5 years if the car's like this? And do you think he's got another 5 years left in him? Judging by how far Alonso's going.
He's got another
Hamilton should
5
easily be able
years
to do this.
left in him, though whether he wants to stay due to the condition of the car is another issue. If it gets better, then yeah, definitely 5 years. Though if it continues to just do nothing for him, I think he would really doubt whether he wants to stay.
And do you reckon as well that his teammate will stay as George Russell, or is Russell, who
Yeah.
last year was the highest Brit, is he going to look elsewhere to go?
I don't think Mercedes want to let him go.
Because he's the Hamilton replacement when Hamilton leaves.
Exactly. He's got the
cheers,
pace.
Max. Okay, cheers, Max. Let's get Omi's thoughts on this then as well. So, Omi, coming in on with you on this one. Hamilton, another 5 years, effectively becoming another government, in effect, in the UK. Do you reckon he'll stay for another 5 years at Mercedes? That takes him beyond, of course, the 2026 regulation changes when engines come in differently, new cars, new format as well. And it looks like Red Bull are already struggling with those regulations.
Yeah, it really could be anyone to be. It really could be. He could be staying here for a few more seasons. I was talking to Richie actually about it yesterday before the PSGL race. His thoughts on it were that his thoughts are that for this weekend that Mercedes might not do too well, and that Russell Hamilton just well, Russell and Hamilton just hoping too much that they'll be in the contention for the win, especially Russell due to Hamilton's now stepped it up as he's desperate more for the 8th championship, which won't be happening when he's performing more. So, so that was Richie's thoughts on that matter. But, yeah, it's really going to be interesting in the battle also for second position in this race. Because in the last 2 races, Spain, it was Mercedes, Aston Martin, it was Canada, and Austria, it was Ferrari in the second position behind the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. So it's going to be another great weekend. But Josh, Megan, who are you thinking that is going to be getting second place, best of the rest in that little battle?
Well, it's interesting. We've brought up the drivers' standings for you now as well in terms of... Oh, no, we're back now.
Hold on.
Megan's
No, you're
directing.
frozen.
She's taking us everywhere. Go on, Megs.
You're frozen, so I'm not putting you back on.
Yeah. I am. Okay. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you, just you're frozen.
That's the phone. It's always the way, isn't it, when you try and get things sorted up here.
Oh, now
coming in...
wait.
Are we better now? Yes, we
I
are.
can
Okay, well, let's
see
get another
light.
conversation in and bring you on the driver track. Who do you think then is going to be second best this weekend? Verstappen's going to, I think, run away with it. So I'll go with Alonso to be second best because I can't see Checo doing well here. What about you, Megan?
I shall go with Russell being second best.
Russell second best?
Yeah, I'm hoping for Lando to be best.
That's a good call. I've gone off pictures, haven't I? So I'm going to come into the commentary box. Yes.
Hey.
Yes, I've gone off pictures, so I thought I'll just come up to the com box as well because my phone looks to have died. Okay, we're going to wrap it up there and get ready for the next half of the Grand Prix as well. Hopefully tomorrow the internet plays ball with Jess and we go to Trackside, but I think Trackside for us is difficult on the same network because it just keeps going
I've
off.
been watching the drivers just throw tyres down.
Omi, final word from you. Who do you reckon is going to top this next practice session?
I am going to say that Carlos Sainz will top it.
Megan, what about you? Who's going to top FP1?
Lando.
Okay, it's going to be...
He's best at throwing the tyres.
So is Russell. Okay, it's going to be great then. Join us shortly. Synthel says Verstappen will top FP1. Oh, my camera's come back. I'm going to go stand out from outside.
Bye.
Megan, give us another example. Who do you think is going to be best?
I'm going to pick from a random list in my head. I am going to say Gasly. Because I have to have faith.
And I'll say Hamilton.
I have to have
Okay.
faith in him sometime.
Am I even there? I'm sat in front of the screen and no one can see me.
You must be invisible.
Oh, well. Let's wrap it up then. My thanks to Omi, my thanks to Megan. Sorry we couldn't get Jess Trackside. The internet has been really bad today with Jess down there. We'll be back, though, at 12:15 to build up from all the action from the Grand Prix of Silverstone. We'll see you shortly. Bye for now.